there everybody, welcome back to Legends Lore. Today we are going to break down the incredibly complicated Skywalker Family Tree in Star Wars Legends. Make sure you hit that like button, you're subscribed to the channel, and you're commenting below letting me know what you thought of this video and what types of lore videos you want to see coming here in the future. Alright, let's get into the Skywalker Family Tree of the Star Wars Expanded Universe, or Star Wars Legends. The Skywalker family tree begins with Shmi Skywalker. Shmi was born in 72 BBY and would later die in 22 BBY. Through the Force, Shmi gave birth to the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker. Anakin was born in 41.9 BBY and would later perish in 4 ABY. After Anakin Skywalker was taken to the Jedi Temple for training, Shmi Skywalker was freed from slavery by Cliegg Lars, who would later marry her, and she would become Shmi Skywalker Lars. Cliegg had one child with his former wife, Aka Lars. Their child was known as Owen. Cliegg's son Owen would later marry Beru White Sun Lars. They would have no children of their own. In 22 BBY, Anakin Skywalker would marry Padme Amidala. Padme was born in 46 BBY as Padme Naberrie. She was one of two daughters of Rui Naberrie and Jobel Naberrie. Their other daughter and Padme's sister was Sola Naberrie. Sola married Darth Caedus, and they had two children, Ryu Naberrie and Pooja Naberrie. Although Padme was born Padme Naberrie, she would later go by her regnal name Padme Amidala, which she took on as she became Queen of Naboo. Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala would have twin children in 19 BBY. That same year, Anakin Skywalker would turn to the dark side, becoming Darth Vader, and Padme Amidala would die after childbirth. Their twin children were Luke and Leia Skywalker. Anakin and Padme's children, Luke Skywalker and Leia Skywalker, were separated at birth. Luke Skywalker was adopted by his uncle Owen Lars and his aunt Beru White Sun Lars in 19 BBY, while Leia Skywalker became Leia Organa instead and was adopted by Bail Prester Organa and Brea Antilles Organa. Little is known about the Organa family prior to Bail. However, we do know he had three sisters, Celi Organa, Rouge Organa, and Tia Organa. Little is known about Brea Antilles' family other than she had one sister, Diara Antilles. Both Luke and Leia would grow up to reunite during their fight against the Empire and the Rebel Alliance. Leia Organa would get married first, marrying the smuggler Han Solo, becoming Leia Organa Solo in 8 ABY. We'll examine Leia's side of the Skywalker family tree first. Leia Organa would marry into the Solo family, becoming Leia Organa Solo. The Solo family tree is a long and complicated one. Han Solo was born in 29 BBY on Corellia to his parents Jonash Solo and Jaina Solo. Jonash had one sister, Tion Solo. Tion Solo would marry Randall Sal, having one child named Thraken Sal Solo. Tion and Jonash Solo would be born of parents Dalla or Din Solo and Tira Gamma Solo. Although the claim that Dalla or Din Solo was Han Solo's grandfather is still up for debate. The parents of possibly Dalla or Din Solo was Corral Solo. 6 generations before Corral Solo was Barathron E Solo, and 2,700 years before Barathron E Solo was Jonash E Solo. Moving back down the Solo family tree to Han Solo and Leia Organa Solo, the two rebel heroes had 3 children. The twins Jaina Solo and Jacen Solo, born in 9 ABY, and a third child, Anakin Solo, born in 10.5 ABY. All 3 became Jedi Knights. Jaina Solo had a relationship with Jagged Fel. Jagged Fel was part of the prominent imperial family known as the Fel dynasty. Jagged was born to parents Soontir Fel and Cial Antilles Fel. They had 6 children, including Jagged. Their other 5 children were known as Chalk Fel, Davin Fel, Cherith Fel, Sem Fel, and Winsa Fel. Although Jagged Fel and Jaina Fel never had official children in any Star Wars Legends stories, they do have heirs, which leads us to believe they had children at one point. Jagged would become the first emperor of the revived empire, creating the perpetual Fel dynasty. He was followed up by Fel II, who we know very little about. Fel II's child was known as Rowan Fel. who was the third emperor of the Fel dynasty. Rowan Fel was emperor during what we call the legacy period of Star Wars Legends. Rowan married Elia Fel, and they had one child, Marasiah Fel. Returning to the Skywalker/Solo bloodline, the second child of Han Solo and Leia Organa Solo, Jacen Solo, would have a romantic relationship with Tenel Ka Jo. Tenel Ka Jo was the heir of two important family lines. Tenel's father was Isolder of Hapes. Isolder would marry Tenel Jo, a witch from the planet Dathomir of the Singing Mountain clan. Tenel Jo was the granddaughter of Ogwyn Jo, the leader of the clan. Ogwyn had 4 children, Gethzarian, Baruka, Paratil, and Aleia Jo. Aleia Jo was the mother of Tenel Jo. Looking back at the Hapen royal family, Isolder was the son of Tachumi and her consort. He had one elder brother known as Kalen. Tachumi also had one other son with an unknown male. Her son's name is also unknown, although he fathered Tristazel and Taranzel. Jacen Solo and Tenel Ka Jo had one daughter, Alana Jo Solo. Alana Jo Solo was born in 36 ABY on Hapes. At least one generation later, she would have a descendant known as Ania Solo. Anakin Solo never married or had any children. He is only portrayed to have one romantic relationship in the novels, that being with his childhood best friend Tahiri Vela. Anakin was sadly killed before he and Tahiri ever developed a romantic relationship. However, they did share one kiss prior to his death. Now we'll examine Luke Skywalker's side of the Skywalker family tree. In 19 ABY, Luke Skywalker married the former Emperor's hand known as Mara Jade. Mara Jade was born in 17 BBY, and her parents are unknown. Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade Skywalker would later have one child, Ben Skywalker, born in 26.5 ABY. Ben Skywalker would never marry in the continuity, however he formed a close relationship with a young Sith apprentice known as Vestara Kai. Their relationship would eventually evolve into something romantic after Vestara was forced to kill her father and turn to the light side of the Force. Unknown amount of generations later, Ben would have 2 descendants known as Cole Skywalker and Nat Skywalker. Cole Skywalker would marry in secret Morgan Cord, an Imperial intelligence officer. They would later have one child known as Cade Skywalker. Morgan would later have a relationship with Rolf Yage, an admiral of the Empire. Cole Skywalker's brother, Nat Skywalker, married Drew Rock of Clan Voss, a descendant of Quinlan Voss. Nat and Drew never had children of their own. However, Nat adopted Drew's child as well as 2 other children. Drew had one child named Anna Rock, and they adopted 2 other children known as Skeeto Rock and Micah. And that is it. That is the entire Skywalker Solo family tree. It is a long and strenuous one that branches across many, many important families. I hope this helped you guys see where everybody is in the Skywalker family tree. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Give me a like if this helped you out. Also, make sure you're subscribed for more Star Wars lore here in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.